Hello and welcome to Algebra Readiness for this course summer of 2017, as it says right up here. First of all, to log into this class, you need to open a web browser, and there's a couple different ways you can do a search. There's a bunch of different things that you can do, but a lot of times I think it's just easiest to bookmark this website right here, astk12.instructure.com, and then just log in right there. Once you get there, you will see, if you click on the courses, you'll have a list of courses over here. One of them will be the Summer School 2017. Anyway, you click on this, and this is my opening splash page that I'm just working on, splash page that I'm just working on right now. Kind of the most important thing that I could tell you is that this little link right here, modules, will pretty much keep you on track. It'll tell you what you need to do next and when everything's due and whether it's a quiz or an assignment or just what the whole thing is. This up here, you can read it. This Welcome to Algebra Readiness Online is just the page that we just came from. So let me click again on modules. And right down here, this getting started is the first thing that's due. This can be done in any order at any time. You can come back and look at it again if you forget navigation or whatever. Let's take a look just quickly at navigation. This just shows you, for example, how to navigate while in this class. The one thing I should point out is it's probably best, excuse me, it's probably best if you go up here and click the navigation bars to go from one page to the next. Because what happens is that you'll see that there's a couple pages like in this section, for example. So I'm going to click on this next thing here, and it's going to go to the next page. It's going to say 2 of 2 here. Sorry, my internet's kind of slow today. Page 2 of 2, so you read that, and you go on to the next one. All the lessons in Canvas are kind of like this too. So it's kind of best well, it is best. It's not just kind of best. It's best if you just use this arrow right up here to go from page to page. The reason why I say that is because down at the bottom, there's also this next button, but this actually goes to the next section, and that's no good. And let's go back to modules and kind of let me just show you what we're talking about here. We go down to here, you notice that this is dark and clickable, and there's nothing over here. There's usually a little checkbox here once you're done. This one you can't click on. That's because we haven't done this first one yet. So the first thing you have to do is click on number line, or whatever the first one is. I'm going to make this for this year, but I'll use it in years coming too. So, and then, like I said, my internet's a little bit slow, but this sometimes is slow to come up, by the way. So I want to go from page 1 to page 2. This page 1 is usually not that important. So I'm going to go to page 2. This is basically your online book here. So page 2 is coming up slowly. There we go. We're going to talk about rational and irrational numbers, which is, by the way, a very important thing in math. Make sure you understand the difference between irrational numbers and rational numbers here. That explains exactly what the difference between an irrational and a rational number is. But what I don't want you to do is click on this thing down here next, because what happens is it goes to the quiz. It says right here, 101, the number line quiz. That's what this little Harry Potter thing tells you. And I call it the Harry Potter thing. It looks like a lightning bolt to me. Anyway, if I click on next, it would actually take you to the quiz. So we want to go to page 2, or sorry, page 3, and read what they say about converting repeating decimals to rational numbers. Anyway, once we get all that done, and actually I've already done it kind of ahead of time, you look through all those pages, and I wait. Oh, look, now I've got a little checkbox right here. And so now I'm ready to take the quiz. Here's my little Harry Potter thing. I'm going to click on 101 number line quiz. And oh, okay. So I'm making this before the class has even started. I'm making this test before, or this movie before the class has even started. So the quiz is locked right now. So it'll unlock, well, tonight at midnight. So then what will happen is there will be a button right here that says take this quiz now or some such thing. Anyway, you click on that and then there will be a multiple choice quiz that you take. And pretty much that's it. And then once you're done with that, you can click on modules and scroll down again, wait for it to load, and then the number line will have a little check mark by that, and then you're ready to go do the next one. Also, I should point out that this grades right here will start filling in all the numerical values that you've gotten for all your grades, so you can kind of keep track of how you're doing in the class. But that's no excuse to not check your grades in Zangle. So these grades will be transferred over to Zangle, and then Zangle will put in the ultimate gradebook value for you. So this is a good way to check to see what your scores are, but if you want to know your overall grades, then go into Zangle and do it that way. The only other thing is announcements. Usually though, when I want to make an announcements, I usually do it through Inbox. Inbox is right here. Oh, rats. Okay, so I'm not logged in as an actual student. So when you click on Inbox though, it's like a little email program. It gives you the opportunity to send me an email message. And what happens is it actually goes to my email. Then I can just reply either from my phone or from my computer. So what I want you to do also is check out your account profile. I'm not sure if this is actually set for me. Yeah, okay. So because I'm not logging in as a student, I can't show you this part of Canvas, but I want you to make sure that you have your email name listed correctly. That'd be nice to show you, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if I could show you, but so make sure your email is in correctly and your name is correctly. You can even put a picture of yourself there if you like. Notifications, you can be notified whenever things change on your account. That is probably a good thing to look at. But anyway, make sure you look at these settings and profile settings very, very carefully to make sure everything is done correctly. Basically, that is it. That, in a nutshell, is it. The easiest way to navigate again is to go through courses, and then you can click on this. So and dashboard is kind of the same thing as courses. Actually, dashboard just takes you to it'll be a list of classes. And there's my friend again that tells me I don't have access. Calendar, I guess, is another thing that you can look at. This just shows you what assignments are due and when. But if you try to click on these assignments, the problem here is that, let's say I want to go to, well, you run into the same problem as you had before. Let me pick an assignment that's out of order here, this one. So I'm going to go to 102. Now we know that 102 is not available. Oh, and it says locked. So this is kind of misleading when you do it from the calendar. I prefer you to go to modules, and then it'll be a little bit more clear as to what is the next thing in order that you have to do. You know, if you're just trying to go from member, you might accidentally click on 102 and try to do that one, when in actuality you should have clicked on 101. So going to modules is kind of your best bet. All right, well, good luck everyone. This should be an easy class for you. There's not a whole heck of a lot to do. Basically, there's going to be one thing. There might be a couple days when there's more than one thing to do, but for the most part, there's just one thing to do a day. So, for example, here it's 101 is on the very first day. Well, actually, it's not even the very first day. First day is getting started. On the 13th is 101, but I expect you to do both the lessons and the quiz at the end. And then 102, do the lessons and the quiz at the end, so on and so forth. I've kind of left the weekends free. Saturdays and Sundays are free. Oops. Saturdays and Sundays are free. So I think I did that throughout the year. I think I was able to do that throughout the year, or throughout the summer. Yeah, so if you get behind, if you do get behind, go ahead and try to finish that, try to finish it the very next day. Don't let this go on to 2 or 3 days late, because you are docked on late work. So if, for example, on 301, if you don't get 301 done on Wednesday, do your absolute best to get it in the very next day, as well as 3.05. Don't get behind on this. You don't want to get docked points for just being late. Even, you could get an A on the assignment, and then you get docked points, and you get a B, and nobody wants that. So do your absolute best to get everything done on time. If you're going to be gone for a certain amount of time, make sure you take your computer with me. Make sure if it's a hotel or whatever that you'll be staying in, that you know where the internet access points are. A lot of times you can just get it from your room. Sometimes you have to go down to the lobby, something like that. But if you are going to be gone, make sure you let me know in case I try to contact you and I can't contact you, things like that. Um, the beauty of being on an online school is you do have a certain amount of travel that you can do. But if you try to go fishing down in the Kenai, well, sometimes you can't always get internet access down there. So just make sure you know that wherever you're headed, you can get internet access on. It's very possible to do this by tethering your computer to your phone's internet service. If you don't know how to do that, well, you'd have to contact your internet service provider to find out how. I know with AT&T it's real simple. GCI, I believe, is equally as simple. But you can actually hook your computer up to your phone's internet, and you can do the classes that way too. Sometimes I do that myself. All right, well, hopefully you guys have an easy summer and it's not too difficult for you. Talk to you later. Bye.